So today, we're going to uncover a really powerful secret for staying mobile your whole life. And get this, it doesn't involve a gym, doesn't involve any fancy gadgets. It's actually a simple daily habit that might just change everything you thought you knew about aging and flexibility.
But first, let me ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself. When was the last time you actually sat on the floor? I don't mean for a quick stretch or to play with your dog for a minute. I mean really just hung out on the floor, maybe to read a book or watch a show. For a lot of us, the answer is probably, well, a really, really long time ago.
And you know, the answer to that question reveals this massive cultural divide. Here in the West, our lives are basically built around chairs. We go from the kitchen chair to the car seat to the office chair and then right onto the sofa. And what happens? Our mobility often takes a nosedive as we get older. But now contrast that with Japan, where for many elders, daily life means getting up and down from the floor more than 20 times a day. This isn't some workout routine, it's just living. And they maintain this incredible agility well into their 90s.
That stark difference really brings us to our first big idea here, what I'm calling the chair-sitting trap.
Think about it. Our bodies were designed for all kinds of movement. We're built to squat, to kneel, to fold, but we've made chairs our default setting. We've basically outsourced all the hard work of our joints and muscles to a piece of furniture. We are literally training our bodies to forget their natural range of motion, until one day, the simple act of getting up from the ground becomes a serious challenge. So what if the solution wasn't some complicated new workout plan? What if it was something way more fundamental? Well, that brings us to a secret that's been hiding in plain sight. A secret from the floor. You see, in Japan, this is a deep-rooted cultural thing. We're going to use the term Seiza to talk about the general idea of floor living. Now, it's really important to get this. We're not talking about holding one single rigid kneeling pose for hours. It's a dynamic lifestyle. It's about constantly shifting between different postures on the floor, maybe sitting cross-legged for a bit, then with one leg tucked, maybe a low squat. All of these little movements are constantly working to keep the body's natural mobility alive and well. And the magic here is just how simple it is. This is not about adding another intense workout to your already busy day. It's about weaving frequent, low-intensity movements into your life. Every single time you get up from the floor, you're doing a functional movement. It's like a mini squat or a lunge. It's this gentle, consistent challenge to your balance and your flexibility that a chair just can never, ever offer. Okay. That all sounds great in theory, but where's the proof? Where's the hard evidence? Well, let's dive into the actual, measurable benefits in what we're calling the flexibility formula.
So what's the real payoff here? What does getting up and down from the floor, 20+ times a day, actually do for your body in the long run?
The answer? 50%. And just let that number sink in for a second. We're not talking 5% or 15, we're talking 50. So what does that 50% actually represent? Well, research found that people who regularly sit on the floor maintain 50% better hip flexibility than people who spend their lives sitting in chairs. Just think about what that really means for daily life. It means better balance, a much lower risk of falls, and the ability to stay independent and active for so much longer. It's a game changer. Now, at this point, I can almost hear you thinking, that's great, but I've been sitting in a chair my entire life. Is it too late? Don't worry, it is never too late to start reclaiming that lost mobility. Which brings us to our final section, your first step down. All right, let's be super clear about this. This is not about declaring war on chairs. You do not need to throw out all your furniture. The goal is way simpler. It's just to reintroduce the floor as a regular option in your daily life. It's about adding more movement, not subtracting your comfort. So, how do you start? Simple. First, just find your spot. A comfortable place on the floor where you can do something you already do, like watching TV or scrolling on your phone. Next, start small. Seriously, don't try to be a hero and go for an hour. 5 minutes a day is a huge win. Third, use support. Cushions, pillows, yoga blocks. These are going to be your best friends. Prop yourself up. Make yourself comfortable. And finally, and this is the most important rule of all, listen to your body. Fidget, shift around, explore different positions. The goal here is gentle, easy movement, not perfect, painful stillness. Which leaves us with one final thought to chew on. In our constant search for the latest biohack, the newest supplement for longevity, could it be that one of the most powerful secrets to aging well has been right there beneath our feet this whole time? Thanks for exploring this with me today.